What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to break down a part of the Turkish getup, and this is probably one of the most commonly missed things about the movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run clip, we're going to look at what I want to see, and then we're going to talk about what I don't want to see. So I'm doing this without weight. I'm going to post up. First movement up to the elbow. Transition to the straight arm. I'm going to bridge. I'm going to sweep. I'm going to hinge to get into the lunge position. I'm going to move my foot so I can get a better lunge, stand, and then I'm going to do the motion backwards down to the floor. And done. Okay, so that's what I want to see. Obviously, I'm holding no weight because I'm going to do it wrong in a second. But the mistake that I was making is one thing. It's a mistake that I made for years until at one point I was like, what's going on? And then Ms. Andrea Chang, who's been my coach now for a long time, walked over and was like, why are you doing that? And it dawned on me, I was like, I have no idea why I'm doing this. So let's talk about what the hell I was doing wrong and why it made Andrea Chang so mad at me. So let's back it up for a second. So I'm in starting position. I'm going to just circle this foot here. Okay? I go up. I'm on elbow. Foot has not moved. Up to the straight arm. Foot is still in the same place. Bridge. Sweep. Foot is still in the same place. Hinge. To lunge. I'm still in the same place, but from here, I don't really like this as a lunge stance, so what am I going to do to get into a better lunge stance? I'm going to readjust my foot. So you don't really need an arrow for this, but we'll do it anyway. My foot moved over, right? Simple enough. And that's not wrong. That's okay. So again, I'm going to run clip. I'm going to lunge, and I'm going to return to the ground. Now, at this point here, this is what throws people off. I need to bring my foot back to where it was, okay? So my foot the entire time was somewhere out here. I narrowed up my stance so I could lunge. What I see a lot of people doing is they come back to the ground, they swivel out, but they don't reset that foot. So now, as I'm trying to come down, well, I'll just show you. I have way less clearance. I mean, I can literally just measure the distance, right? I mean, from that hand to that foot is not nearly as wide as it was. Before I was somewhere out here. That slight little difference actually makes a huge, huge change. So, what happens if I don't make that adjustment is I try to sweep through. I almost get caught up on my own foot. Let's go and clear those lines out. I sort of almost catch my own foot. My angles are totally off, so as I come through, now I'm trying to come down. This foot here should be planted. The heel should be planted. It should not move. Because of the angle I'm at, I have no choice but to swivel on it. My heel is actually up in the air, and as I come down, it just feels like garbage. You can see it actually puts me into a collapse. I kind of slump down. I'm not in a strong posted up position, and I might be able to squeak by if I'm using a weight that's manageable. But if I'm trying to actually become proficient in the movement, that in the long run is going to hurt me a lot. So I'm going to do another rep. This time I'm going to show you what I want to see. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to... That's right, I'm just going to stand up. I'm going to show you this from the side. So I'm going to step back. Let's just do this. I'm going to put a circle around this foot here, okay? My bell is overhead. I'm coming down, so I lunge down, I swivel. So this is the wrong way. I have not readjusted my foot. This is just where I would come down to in the lunge. From here, I have barely any working room. So as I try to do my sweep through, I really don't have much play. That heel picks up. This is also going to start to change where I land. So now this shoulder here is having a real hard time packing. My knee is shifting way forward. My heel picked up. I mean, just a lot of mess is going on right now, right? If, however, I do my reset. So I step back, I come down, and then I do a little reset. That's where my foot was the entire time until I got to the lunge. Now all of a sudden, my angles are much better. I can sweep through, my foot's able to stay flat, my shoulder's in good position, and I'm able to finish the movement under, we'll say, under proper tension, keeping my weight over the right places. That is something that you should really do a little bit of a self diagnostic on. So again, up to the lunge, I'm going to reposition my feet. There's my reposition. Boom. And I stand up. I'm going to come back down. And then right here, I'm going to just lift my foot up and bring it back to where it was. And now I can continue my movement in the same position I was when I came up. So for some of you, you're doing a full step out. So rather than this, you don't swivel. You're not doing a swivel with this back foot. What you end up doing is you end up doing a step out where this foot just steps all the way out. That is okay. That actually, I don't like that way personally. But if you're doing a full step out, and if you do that, you'll know what I'm talking about, you probably won't run into this problem. For the rest of us that do this swivel with our back foot, whoop, right there, you got to make sure you reset that front foot back to where it was the entire time. Okay. That is something to think about. Film yourself. Ask yourself if you're making that mistake. I've had some people where literally they make this change and they're like, their belts, we'll say what they load up with, let's say they're loading up with a 16 and they're struggling with it. This is going to allow you to progress in the movement because you're in a structurally more sound position. So just think about what you're doing, take a look at it, have someone watch you, and if you're making that mistake, fix it and tell me how it goes. All right, good luck.